I'm going live too.
Laughing at Kayla.
What'd she say? What happened?
Oh, what the hell is that computer doing?
Oh, I'm dead in the group.
Kayla, you went and got your hair done fast.
That's what I said. I thought I was. We live. We live. Good evening,
That is
everybody.
so funny.
Hey, ladies.
Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, y'all. Hey. Welcome everybody. Welcome to Sissy Be Real. You know, we meet here every Friday and we just have girl talk, right? So I am going to turn this over to my host right here, the lady in the yellow. And go on, take it away, Kelly. Miss Kelly.
Hey, everybody. Good evening. I am so excited to be here tonight along with my sisters. We are talking about sleeping with the enemy. I know it has a lot of ladies that's a part of my sisterhood, and a lot of ladies that's going to be on the call tonight that have been sleeping with the enemy or may not know if you've been sleeping with the enemy. So we're going to go ahead and get right into the questions that I have for my beautiful panel tonight. And I'm going to start off. But first of all, we have a guest tonight, my sister, Lauren Hamilton. She is our guest tonight. Welcome, Lauren. And my first question is, I'm going to start with her first. So yeah, I'm putting you on the spot because, you know, you're new. All right. So what are some red flags in a relationship that you cannot absolutely ignore? And what are some red flags that you have ignored? And this is going to be for everybody. So we're going to start off with Lauren.
Okay. So what are some red flags? I say anger. Why people getting angry at small things, like getting real explosive and over the top over little small things. Now, what are some red flags that I have looked over? I would say maybe the way people understand things. Because I take it in perspective that maybe it's always a why to something or a why to the reason that they act the way they act or they understand the way they understand. So I try to get to the bottom of the understanding before I just be judgmental and be like, I can't do this. So that's my whys, my red flags.
Sharita, since y'all, I'm calling y'all out.
A red flag that I couldn't
that
get
something
past,
that you ignored, that you can't ignore, and that you have ignored.
Oh, that I have. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm having a hard time focusing. I'm sorry.
What are some red flags in a relationship, past or present, that you can't absolutely ignore? And what are some that you have ignored?
I might need you to come back. A red flag that I've had in a relationship that I couldn't ignore. I mean, yeah, I'm not very experienced in relationships, as you guys may know. I only had 2. That first one was everything was a red flag. Where we want to start? Manipulator, a cheater, a liar, don't go on this side of town, he ain't in none of my pictures, never was on social media, how about the list goes on and on and on. That's just a snippet of what I experienced. I'm just saying. But it did help me to be able to quickly identify those red flags in my current relationship, and you know, to what to look out for and what I didn't want. So I'm gonna add that little bit now. So Aisha, your turn.
I knew you was gonna call me. How did I knew you was gonna call me? Okay, the red flag that I can't ignore is being disrespected publicly. For one, please don't call me out my name in public. Please don't call me out my name in private. I will leave you on the spot. I don't care how long we've been together. No, none of that. Do not disrespect me in public or private. It's a wrap. One that I can look over, let me see. Let me think back. I gotta think back a little further than others, but let me think back. Like,
Yeah, because that was a little heavy question. Like I was like,
it was like you came off the rip with it. Like, let's
Had to
get
lay
right
it
into
on you,
it.
boom,
Let's
right out
get
the
into
ease into
it.
it a little bit. She
Let's
just
get
like, bam, there
into
you
it.
go.
Right. One I can't ignore is dang. Like how would you put it? Like I can ignore to a certain extent. I can ignore where your ex or whatever is still like calling and like y'all still have some sort of communication. I can ignore that to a certain extent. Past relationships. I've have because I know one day it will fade away. But that's like my two right there. Like I can ignore that. That's nothing. That's little to me.
All right, Kayla.
I would say multiple baby mamas have a lot of children because something not right. You just going around spreading your seed everywhere. Something is not right with that picture. I would also say, like Aisha said, the disrespect. If they feel comfortable calling you out your name, whether in public or private, there's something definitely wrong with that picture because they don't have respect for women as a whole. So that should automatically be a red flag. I had put it in a group when the question was asked, what was a red flag that came to me or happened to me, and I totally just spaced it. When I met somebody, the first thing they said to me was, how would you feel if I had other children while we were in a relationship? And I was like, huh? Where they do that at? All the roller coaster flags should have been going off, but a lot of times you try to ignore things because you hear and see what you want because you want to be in that relationship or with that person so bad. But yeah, family is definitely a big one. If you see how they treat their family, their children, their mother, or elders, that's definitely eye-opening. You should take heed to that.
Teresa, you're able to answer? Or is she working?
Can I ask Kayla a question?
Yep.
Sure, go ahead.
You said kids. So when you say multiple kids, I know you say multiple baby mamas. Do you mean multiple kids too?
That not necessarily multiple kids, because you could be in a long-standing relationship. Like I could use my son for an example. He's a young adult, he's a man, he has 3 children with the same baby mother, but you don't see him physically with his children. He's one of those type of people that think child support is sufficient enough. So the new baby mama in my head, I would have been like, why you don't have your kids? But instead she didn't, had another child. So that would have told me right now, like, why would I even want to be in a relationship and have a child with you when you have 3 other children that you're not taking care of?
Right.
So yeah, I wouldn't say multiple kids with the same person. I would just say, a lot of different baby mamas, because you could be in a relationship with somebody for years and y'all just be stagnant and not grow.
Okay.
And besides with all of that, it comes with a lot of headache. You got this baby mama calling about this baby mama calling about this. Ooh, child, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I just asked because I recently dealt with that. So I'm asking because I was told because I have so many children, they rather not. Yeah. But they really like me, but they rather not because I have so many children.
But how many baby daddies do you have? And how old are the children? Like, you're not going to take none of that into consideration? Because you could have been with the same man for 10 years.
And I had 3 kids.
So that don't mean you out here just having kids with every Tom, Dick, and Harry, no pun intended.
Girl, that don't mean nothing. Cause baby, I had 3 whole ones. It didn't matter. I'm telling you, your person is your person when they come. So don't
Right.
girl, F them people. Cause I almost cursed. I'm trying to do better. Don't mean nothing. That was the same thing my kids daddy told me that ain't nobody gonna want you with 3 kids. Oh yeah, hold my purse.
Kids
And they didn't
always say
take
that to try to get you from going with somebody else. I got 2
it.
kids. They got two
Like
different
you
daddies.
want me with all
They want
these
two
kids.
different baby
Like
daddies.
what?
Watch.
Hello.
Ariza, you able to answer? What's the question?
Yes, so the question again, sorry, y'all.
What are some what I'll say what is the question? I knew she was gonna ask. What are some red flags that you absolutely can't ignore? And what are some red flags that you have ignored?
The red flag I can't ignore because I have ignored and I see how it turned out was a man disrespecting his mother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's a big red flag for me. I feel like if you can blatantly disrespect the woman who birthed you, there is no way that you can respect me or will ever respect me. And I ignored that, and it then turned out to me sleeping with my biggest enemy ever. So that's something I am never gonna ignore. I need me a man that's going to respect his mama with the utmost highest level.
Absolutely. And for me, basically, sort of the same what a lot of these ladies said. You definitely have to respect your mother. You have to respect me in public. That is a big red flag for me. Someone that's not in their children's life. You know, I have multiple baby daddies. Y'all, it might sound it don't matter. I do. And so I'm in that situation where the kids' fathers aren't in their lives. So, that's a huge red
I
flag
mean you
for
got
me.
Kelly.
I ain't telling y'all. Just know, just
Oh,
know,
just be real.
just
So you
know,
gotta be real. I got 2 baby daddies.
just
I do
multiple.
too.
We ain't on that subject. That's not
No,
the
how many baby daddies you got? How many babies do you got?
Cause you might be a walking red flag, sis. Come on,
Or
bitch.
you might be motivation, or you might be motivation that you can find your prince.
Yeah.
the
What you
red
call
flag.
it?
I
Prince
might,
Charming.
I might be the red flag. All right. Well, I got 4 damn baby daddies, and I got 4 kids.
Okay, yeah, come to terms with it. It's not horrible. You can say
What
it.
it
Like,
is. Nah, the thing is I always had a babysitter. So you know what I'm saying? We're gonna just keep it like that. I always had a babysitter. It is what it is. And I don't regret it. But my kids' fathers wasn't in their lives, besides, of course, my last one. So that's a huge red flag for me whenever I'm getting a new relationship, a man that's not in his children's lives, or doesn't really care, or make excuses to the reason why they aren't. Well, the mother don't want me, and it's that right there just hits me real hard, because I'm like, well, you're not trying hard enough. You're not trying hard enough. So that's a huge red flag for me. And red flags that I have ignored was like, oh Lord, based
we're waiting.
all of them, all of them. Just
You gotta come with one. You got too many to be ignoring. You gotta come with one, sis.
wanting to know where I'm at all the time. Wanting to know where I'm at all the time, or me thinking it was love, because they were so into everything that I was doing, but I didn't realize that was the setup. That was the setup to attack me later on,
Right.
So that right there, I've definitely ignored that, y'all. And I'll tell you, I'm on pins and needles now. So, okay.
Oh,
So
I
next,
forgot that one, Kelly. My bad. Me add on
Go
to
ahead.
that because Sharita mentioned it, but I forgot it. I got that too. Don't go to this side of town. Don't go there. And your friends, they're jealous of our relationship. So you don't want to tell them nothing. You don't want to tell your family nothing. But that's because they out doing dirt and they don't want nobody else to know.
Absolutely.
Wait a minute, let me add one more too. I'm sorry. 'Cause I'm traumatized.
Keep them coming, keep them coming, keep them coming. It's so many, it's so many. Keep them coming.
What about the financial part of it where they be like, let me buy you this, let me get you this. Then when it's an argument or they don't get the answer they
Oh,
want,
take it
they
away.
want to take all the shit back.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Oh, you,
what?
ooh,
That's a good one. I forgot about that.
That's a
How
good
you
one.
get accustomed to a certain lifestyle. Then if you leave them, I ain't giving you nothing. I ain't got nothing for
Right.
you.
Mm,
It
Oh
can't be like
man,
kids or it don't matter.
is it a red flag for a man to ask y'all for money? Like,
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Lord,
that's
Don't ask me
Lord,
no what?
that touch your soul right now.
it's disgusting.
That's
It
beyond
is.
the red flag. You asking me for something?
That's a
Something
black
wrong
flag.
with
We ain't
Like,
doing
this
that.
ain't Trick Tracy.
It ain't
That's
even
like
red no more.
multicolored or something. I don't know. That's weird.
We not doing that.
That's a
And
rainbow.
another
That's
one.
all the colors.
This
I got
ain't
one.
that.
This ain't that.
All right, I got another question for you, ladies. We're gonna start. We're gonna start with Kayla on this one. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you felt uncomfortable or unsafe with someone you were considering being intimate with, and how did you handle it?
Several
Drop-
times. Multiple times.
That's your question.
I'm sorry.
So what you say?
Go,
I
Sharita.
was with somebody that I wanted to be intimate with or I've been intimate with in the past.
Yes, but both.
And I felt uncomfortable with that person.
Where you felt unsafe or uncomfortable.
So let me
Yeah.
tell you all the times I felt uncomfortable. I'm gonna go first. I'm sorry if I stepped on
Go
anybody's
ahead.
toes,
Go
but
ahead.
I'm super passionate about this shit.
Well, because I mean, Kayla really,
I
she had
know.
already let us know she really ain't,
Yeah.
so
About that life.
you calling on her first. She got to get her thoughts together. She got to think way back,
My
way back.
I'm asking.
It's okay. I got you. Don't even worry about her. I got this.
I'm gonna follow up.
Okay, cool. So, by the way, none of this was fun or funny. Like this unsafe. Driving around neighborhoods where I knew this person had hurt some other people. Like fear of being shot at, fear that as a form of retaliation that they would come take me or come do something, harm me in any kind of way. Another way was like sexually, this person was just disgusting and got multiple baby mamas, so putting my health at risk was definitely scary on a different level. Like just to the point where I've turned into a person that I didn't know what to expect. And what I mean by that is like changing into somebody that could hurt somebody else. That was scary. Like not being in control of my emotions enough to not want to harm this person. And a few times it was just a fight, but like I literally pictured myself getting a knife and stabbing this person. Like, and that's so not me. It's so not me. And that's what I got to say. I'm sorry.
Okay, well, mine was, woo, child, let me tell you. Mine was when he, like raised his voice at me. That's when I felt unsafe around him. I've never been in a situation where I was, out or whatever, and I didn't feel safe with him, but just us being in private, I felt unsafe because he was so angry to where I never ever seen him that angry before. And I thought he was gonna kill me because he had already been to prison for killing someone. So I thought he was gonna kill me. I couldn't sleep that night. I didn't sleep at all. I woke up the next morning. When he left, I grabbed all my things and I left, and I never looked back because I was just that scared for my life. Like, really thought I was gonna lose my life. But I mean, after that incident, like I did put my own self in danger. I felt like he pushed me to that limit and tried to play me in my face to where I was like driving on the road, on the freeway, doing 100 miles per hour, trying to chase him to do something to him. You know what I mean? So, I mean, but that's about it, really. You know, it's a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. Lauren,
learn.
reason.
I'm gonna learn.
Okay, mine is kind of a different perspective. So I'm a dreamer. And this guy that I was seeing, he got in the bed with me. But I felt like there was another body laying in there with me. So I prior to him coming, I had already saw him in a dream with another woman. I knew everything this woman looked like. I knew what kind of car she drove. I knew where she stayed, what the inside of her house looked like. And it was like those soul ties. And I felt it once he had slept with that woman, it was like she was in the bed with us. And I could no longer deal with him because I felt that discomfort and that uneasiness of him sleeping with somebody else. So I had to cut him off because you didn't have enough respect for me not to go and sleep with this other woman. And I pray a lot, I dream, I see things. So I try to remove myself from certain people. If you're not right, if something's not sitting right with you, I don't want to be around you, especially when I'm connecting with you, because that's the meaning of this thing is sleeping with the enemy. To me, now I'm sleeping with the enemy because now you have let something else inside my bed. Because soul ties are real to me. And now you connected with this other soul, and now I can feel the uneasiness of her because she's unsure. And I don't want it. You can keep it. I feel disgusted. Just get away from me. So that was my experience.
Wow, what was the question? Sorry, y'all, for the people that's viewing us on Facebook, I'm literally doing taxes. I'm on TurboTax training and I'm on here. I'm committed to my Fridays, okay? So y'all don't judge me. Now, what was the question?
Have you ever found yourself in a situation where you felt uncomfortable or unsafe with someone you were considering being intimate with? And how did you handle
Could it be after you were intimate with them?
it after? Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so with my situation, I remember meeting my sperm donor, and that week, everything going great. And then different women just started showing up at the doors. Different women started showing up at the door. And he went out there and he basically pistol whipped one of the young ladies, cussed her out. And when he came back in, I was like, I was a little pushed off, like, wait, you just did that? Part of me, I was young, so part of me was like, yeah, that's what you get. Like, I was feeling hyped, like, oh, he's doing this for me. But then I was like, wait, if he could do that to them, what can he do to me? So my spirit was a little uneasy, but of course, being young and dumb, full of cum, I ignored the red flag.
That's crazy. Something like that kind of happened to me too, but he didn't pistol whip them. He made them leave. But in my situation, I had to think because there was two different ones. One of them was you said being intimate with them either before or after. But in one situation, I did not want to be intimate with the person. So I'm not going to disclose that situation. But the second one was I did. And he was so chocolate and handsome. He was so cute, y'all. He was, but he was so gangster. When I tell you, like, every time I saw him, I just froze because he was just like a thug, like the thug of the thugs. And I was like, oh, I like him. So he came over. I had my first apartment. He came over, and of course, we was intimate with him, but I was scared because he's scary. And I was like, ooh. Then wow, a week later, he got killed. But yeah, I was scared though, because he was so like, oh my goodness, he was so frightening. But yeah.
Leave it up to Kayla with
But
the
now-
thugs of the thugs.
I'm serious.
Every week.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
no,
was so, oh, I
was
need to
kinda
find a picture of him. He
Yeah.
was
I was
He
kind
was
of rooting
so
for him, and then
black.
she said he gone. He gone. I'm gone.
Yeah, he was real black. He had a beautiful smile. Oh my
I
goodness.
gotta see the picture.
I gotta
Oh.
find one because this happened in my first apartment in 2003. I believe it was 2000. No, prior to 2003, maybe 2002, 2001 or 2002. And yeah, I was so scared of this man. And he liked me forever since I was a kid. He like, hey Kayla, and I used to run. So I'm like, oh my gosh, he's like really, really scary. And everybody was scared of him. But yeah.
Yeah. Well, with me, man, it's been so many different instances. Like, as I'm listening to all y'all talk and everything, and then when Kayla went way back, I said, well, you know what? I don't need to bring up something that's just current. I need to go way back because I started just remembering me being in terrible situations with guys who I've dealt with in the past, and oh my goodness. Like I'm sitting here just reflecting on two separate situations. I used to talk to this guy, and he was this big time drug dealer, and there was the time whenever he was dealing the drugs, and he had me also dealing the drugs. Yes, in his home, and I
So
was
you
so
saw a little
young.
bit of drugs too.
I did. I was young and just naive, and um he would give
Ellie,
me
what
money
kind of
and
drugs was
stuff
you selling?
for weed,
Trauma
y'all.
bonding.
It
Trauma
was,
bonding, y'all. That's exactly what this is.
yeah, it was weed. I was selling, he would do it. He would go get the weed and break it up, whatever he'd do, and then I have a certain amount to sell. So anybody could have came in there and robbed me or whatever in the house. So I used to have to, I was in the trap house or whatever you would call it. And when he was doing all of that, I thought it was love, because he was taking care of me. I wasn't even in my home state. I was in Mississippi at his home, and I took it for like love. But this guy used to mistreat me. He used to talk to me bad. Y'all was so young, and I was just like, oh, he loved, just thinking that, oh, he care about me, oh, he loved me. But like one time, he came to a home, I remember, and he was at my sister's house. And he had his homeboy with him, and they were like hungry. So I went in the kitchen. I went fix some food. I did some sandwiches, but I gave his homeboy the food first. That boy slapped y'all. I can't even curse on here. What daddy dad is that what he did, Sharita? How he did it? How he did it? Yep. Oh man. Yeah. Yes. And so and still, y'all, I forgot all I had this really blew, like, really, that's a red flag for me, a man that truly puts his hands on a female anyway. But that really, I forgot all about that because I kind of just blacked it out of my mind. But yeah, and but I still took it as him caring for me, caring for me. And but it took years later for me to realize that he was not good for me at all. And I was so happy that I got out of that situation. He ended up in jail. I don't know where he's at now. I hope he's living well and got out that drug life. But so let's go into our next question. Okay. So have there been any instances where this person has actively hindered your progress or discouraged your ambitions? Sharita's nodding her head, so she got to answer. Well, we gonna let Sharita go ahead and answer. You like, hell yeah.
Yeah. Apparently my growth intimidated this person, Hernia. And I can remember vividly I was in school, in trade school, and I was about to graduate with my associate diploma. And it was like a super big deal for me. Like my granny was there, my mama was coming, like go out to the car and dude like straight blocked my car in the driveway. And I was like, dang, what you on? Like, who does that? Like, it's not my fault you left school at 10th grade. Like, it's not my fault you never desired to be anything more than the doughboy. It's not my fault. Like, that's not what this, like, when I look back at it, I can't even tell you why we was even together. I can't tell you what it was that attracted me to this person. I can't tell you why I stayed for so long. I can't tell you none of that. I just know that this is I guess it's my loyalty at the end of the day. But not only that situation, but just like pursuing my next degree after that. Like, dude was just a hater. Like, it was ridiculous. Just I don't know. I just don't get it, Kelly. Just don't get it. I just didn't get it.
Damn hater.
But yeah, definitely. And that's sad as hell.
Come on, Aisha. Aisha working? Lauren, I know I'm gonna curse all y'all out.
I mean,
reading-
yeah,
no,
we
I'm
trying to play
reading
catch up. Like, we trying to play catch up and give y'all a little entertainment. Okay, what was the
Aisha
question?
like this.
You should
I'm
have called
reading
on
the
Lauren.
message. I'm reading the comments.
You should have called on Lauren. Okay,
Lauren,
what was the question again?
it says, have there been any instances where this person has actively hindered your progress or discouraged your ambition?
In none of my relationships, I can say that they've never hindered my progress. They have always pushed me to do more and, encouraged me to be more successful and, always, introduce me to other people that could help me in any way. They never hindered my success. It did never intimidate them at all. So I don't really that wasn't really an issue for me in any of my relationships.
Well, I got another one since she ain't have one. How about seriously? When I was working at AT&T, y'all, I made really good money early on in life. Like in my 20s, I was probably making 20 something, like hourly. Like I was trying to get this one position to where I was a lead, and I had to like work like 1 to midnight. This was before. Did I have kids? I might have had. No, I didn't have kids yet. But I would like come outside sometimes, and my whole truck would be gone. Like at like midnight. Like Dude was fucking psycho. Like my squad would be straight gone, like, and I would have to walk down this long county road.
That's toxic.
It's so
right
funny
there.
now, y'all. It's so funny now, but it's so funny. Just a hater. Okay, I'm done.
Taking the truck. Come on, Lauren.
Okay, so a hindrance. My kid's father, when my daughter was first born, he was upset for some reason. He just would have his little moments. And I didn't do something that he wanted me to do. So he said, "You're gonna go to jail tonight." Mind you, my baby just came home. My baby is like a day old, maybe 2. And he called the police, told the police that I had fought him and he had spit hot sauce on him, like I had made him bleed. And the police knocked on my door and came and got me. They didn't care that I had a newborn baby, and I had never been in jail in my life. So I was so scared, and I was distraught because now I was in a paddy wagon, I was handcuffed,
He's
and I had,
psycho. That was
Yeah.
his baby.
yeah, that was his second child I had. And so after that, like I cried the whole night. I was in jail. I was there overnight. I didn't get out till like early in the morning. And then when I had to go see the judge was like, if I had a nickel for every time a woman said they didn't hit a man, I would be rich. And I was like, no, really, I didn't hit him. And I'm talking about, they said the boy was running around the parking lot talking about, help me, she just beat me up.
You got hot sauce on.
Girl, I wanted to kill him. I said, if that was the case, I should have really did something to him. And I was so hurt because I had never been in that predicament. That was the only time I had ever been in jail. Then I get in jail. Mind you, I'm crying the whole time. And his mama in there high.
Oh Lord.
And I'm just sitting in the corner like, oh my God, that's his mama. Like, it was so crazy. And to me, it was a hindrance because I've never been in jail for nothing. So thankfully he didn't show up, so he didn't press charges, but it could have went somewhere that could have stopped me from being who I was in life because I worked in the healthcare field. That could have really hindered me in the long run, but thankfully it didn't go no further than just that moment. But I still have that. That's still something somebody can look up. I've been arrested, but that was one for me.
Yes, indeed. Ariza? We're gonna skip Ariza.
I go, she doing whatever. I was told, like, don't go to certain, like, no further my education, until later on, because you shouldn't do it right now. You got to focus on other things. I was told, don't tell people, you know, that you have an autoimmune disease because people gonna try to feel sorry for you. So it's like always trying to tell me stuff to keep me complacent and keep me in the same, you know, spot so you wouldn't grow. So I guess that was, I don't know, but yeah, I was told those things. Obviously, I didn't listen, but you know.
Yeah. As far as for me, and this is I just go back to my past relationship. Before I even got to where I'm at, like with the company, he told we was driving home from New Orleans, and we just having a conversation about taxes and everything. And this was before any of us was MVPs, you know, just going into it. He told me I shouldn't do it. I just need to be this stay-at-home mom. Why is I'm part of this company? I don't trust the CEO. You're not gonna make no money. I can't see this being something that's going to be self-sustainable for you, for us to live off of. This can't possibly be something that you could make money off of. And of course, as y'all know, I had to show him better than I could tell him. So like when I noticed that he wasn't for me in that way, because you know, now the way I am now, I don't want to be with nobody if they can't add value to my life, or if they can't, you know, they can't, you know, speak on behalf of me and not try to down me. And that was a big hindrance for me, because it really did bring me down, because the one person that I thought that I could be my cheerleader was telling me things to pull me back and not succeed, you know. So yeah, that was it for me. Ariza, you want to go in with this one, or you want to go to the next question? You still
What was the question?
It's have you oh, never mind. Ooh, Lord, I'm getting ready to go to the next question, y'all. My bad. Ooh. It says oh, there it is. Have there been any instances where this person has actively hindered your progress or discouraged your ambitions?
Lord, I don't know if I'm gonna go that deep. I'm feeling like Aisha now. I don't need y'all all in my business.
Oh, nah, hell no. I told you how many baby daddies I got. Largest person.
No, I never
That is
had
true.
no one that really hindered me. So I didn't really answer this question too much because I didn't never had no one that really hindered me. But I
For
mean,
me, it was after I actually got pregnant with him and decided that I no longer wanted to be with him. I left him when I was 6 months pregnant. After that, he started like harassing me, becoming obsessed, spreading all kinds of rumors, trying to ruin my job situations. He would show up at my jobs. He'll stake out my house. He'll threaten to give me 100 shots. Like, he basically tried to single-handedly destroy my life. and it got really ugly. It's still really ugly, honestly. And yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, y'all, and I know that a lot of us, we don't really like to involve a lot of people in our relationships, past relationships, especially family, because we always feel like, are they gonna feel like, well, it doesn't matter what I tell you, you're gonna do whatever you want anyway. But for those of you that do take advice, have you ever taken advice from friends, family, or seek professional counsel for your relationships?
I'll go
Anissa?
first so I could get back to this. I have, but I usually don't until I know I'm actually done with the relationship, because I have a saying that when you tell friends and family your business, even though you might forgive the person, when you guys are back good, they're not going to forgive the person or forget, and they'll be like lingering over your head. It'll be like a discussion all the time. They'll always bring it up. So with me, I don't usually devour everything or seek like counsel unless I'm actually done. Like if I have to go tell somebody else what's going on, that's me giving myself the ammunition, like the battery in my back, like, yeah, I'm done. Like ain't no going back. I already told such and such what happened. Like I'm not about to look stupid. That's it. Like I'm not going back.
With me, I don't. I mean, I listen. I ain't gonna say I take advice. I listen. And I keep my ears open. I mean, my ears to the street, my eyes open, all of that. Because I'm again, some people, family or friend, foe, whoever, they don't want to see you with that person. And if that person really makes you, feel some type of way or makes you who you are, you don't see certain things. So I don't tell a lot of people my business and what I have going on. Like, I mean, I open up to, like, I'm just starting to open up to my sisters here. Just a little bit. Like I open up a little bit, but I'm real private when it comes to like my relationship. And I'm the type of person, like, I have to see it to even believe it. So you could come tell me you've seen A, B, and C with EFG. Okay, you seen it. I didn't see it. You know what I'm saying? That's just the type of person I am. But once I see it with my own two eyes, then it's a different story. But I try to keep my family, friends, and everybody out of my business, because not everybody is there for you and for your best interest. They just want to see you with somebody else or see what you could do outside of the person that you in love with or the person that you with.
You on mute, Kelly.
Come on, Sharita.
I'll go. So I have listened, but didn't act until I felt like I wanted to act on it. So I would hear people say this, or I saw this person here and there, or um, you shouldn't be with this person because of XYZ. And and I'm like a super observant person. While I may not act on it immediately, I did store all of those pieces of advice into like this little part of my mind. And when that jar got full enough, I implemented exactly what I needed to do to be away from that person. And like as as women, we we'll leave mentally first, and then physically later. And I was no different. Um, I was like literally in this 14-year relationship planning to leave for a good seven of them. About a year or two after I had my first son, by this person. But all that advice was coming back, and one that stood out really to me the most was one of his aunties. She was really close to me, and she would be like, she never told him, never snitched on her nephew, but she did say, "You don't deserve this," and it was really confusing for a long time until things just start coming to me. And when I finally got away, she still remained close, and she was just so happy. Like, so I took the all the advice, just stored it away, and then I decided to act on it when I had enough evidence. I never, like, it wasn't too many times where I was like, somebody could tell me something I didn't believe them. I was never that naive about anybody that it ain't many, but anybody that I really dated, because that person there, the one all these stories is about, he showed me that, baby, people will take you down through the gutter over and over and over and over and over again, and then take you down in the sewer with them. Like, they don't care at all. Whoo, baby. Mm. But yeah, that's my input, ladies.
Who still haven't talked? Kayla? No, Lauren? Okay, Lauren.
So I would talk to friends, but as I grew and matured, I had to learn what to say and what not to say. Because, like Aisha said, like, you tell them this and then you back with them, and then everybody's like, what was the point you even doing that? Either you gonna be with them or you gonna shut up. And so that was me. But I had to learn for myself. And sometimes it would take not hearing all the outside voices, because people always had something to say. And I had two relationships like that. One, everybody was like, "Why do you keep messing with him?" And I'm just like, "That's my forever boo. He's convenient. When I want it, I can get it." So I kept dealing with it. Like, I don't really got to deal with him if I don't want to. But eventually, that got tiring. It was draining, and I was like, okay, I have to make up in my mind that this is enough. Enough is enough. So I just was careful. Even to this day, I'm very private. I don't tell, like, oh, I'm messing with such and such. No, I'm not gonna say that, because if this don't work out, I don't need anybody to be like, well, what happened to such and such? Gone. Because I had to shake the spot. So I just do that. Don't tell so much. And another thing is, like, I think you have certain friends for certain things. You can't tell everybody everything, because some people are more judgy, some people don't understand you on that level, and some people are bitter. And I don't need your bitter energy. I need somebody that's really gonna tell me, no, sis, you wrong. You need to get yourself together, or sis, no, you right. Remove yourself.
Yes, indeed. Kayla, you want to add something to this?
No, I'm good. Everybody said everything I was gonna say.
Okay, so I think Ariza already. Yeah, she already. So I guess I'm last. With me, y'all know I share almost everything with y'all. I share everything. But at the end of the day, just like everybody else said, we're going to end up making our own minds up anyway. And do y'all know that other people could see things that you don't see, because we're blind. We're blind to the fact, so, and it's okay to, take that advice, but we're still going to do what we want anyway, because we're not saying that, hey, I'm in love land right now, and I don't see these things. And, but in my past relationship, I seen everything, and these heifers didn't believe me. Yeah, you dead now, Aisha. Yeah, you're passing out now. Yeah.
Wait. Pause. Because
I'm sorry, you had me fooled.
That's because
to see it. I told you.
She didn't share certain things with us. She was private. So when she would tell us stories, y'all, it would sound so one-sided and like it was just so not true. So that's the history behind that. We now believe her because we have evidence and we've seen certain facts.
Y'all ever look? The boy that cried wolf. I was sitting there pleading for help. Mayday. Help me. Ariza didn't believe me. Aisha didn't believe me. Ain't no way, Kelly. Ain't no way.
I believe you.
Lauren believed me.
And
Lauren
he
probably
knew.
was right there while the shit was happening.
Listen, he knew. He tried to say one time, like, yeah, because I said, what? He was like, oh no, I forgot. I was tripping. Never mind. I know you gonna rock. You sure right, nigga. Sure right.
Mm.
Oh, crazy. But yeah, so my situation as far as telling friends, it was backwards. It was the opposite way. I was telling, nobody was listening, giving the information back. But y'all, I'm just happy that I am out of that situation because I noticed those toxic traits, you know, and I got out because I was in a dangerous situation where this man could have killed me without knowing that he was doing something wrong because he thought I was the enemy, you know? Yeah. So this is going to lead us to our last question for tonight, and then we'll just look at some comments if we have time. So for someone who may be sleeping with the enemy, what are some
You
steps?
just get me though, right?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, I thought
You said
you said
You said you ain't had nothing to say. We had already said
we listen, Kayla. First of all,
That was the last question.
something to say though.
That was the last question.
that was the same question. What are you talking about?
That was the same
Never
question.
mind. Never mind. Go
I'm gonna
ahead.
curse Kayla. I keep forgetting we on this
No,
damn.
wait. Go ahead, Kayla. Get it off your chest.
Yeah, get it off your chest. What you gotta say?
He got the munchies.
I don't even. I don't even know.
If you say repeat the question one more time, I swear I'm coming to Georgia.
Said Kayla, come back to us.
Gotta say, she had to walk away and regroup.
And why
So
you eating
say, I need some-
popcorn? This is not a movie.
This is not a movie. I just told y'all. Y'all ain't see her drinking the lemonade? I seen it.
Y'all kill me. Y'all crazy as hell, man.
Lemonade.
All right. Well, last question, y'all. For someone who may be sleeping with the enemy, what are some steps she can take to create more a positive and supportive environment? And anybody could go with that.
I say, don't ever forget who the fuck you are. Period. I'm gonna say that, cause because they'll try to water you down, make you feel like you what's that Kool-Aid? Wilder's Kool-Aid, when you really like Kool-Aid, like the extra sugary kind. Like, don't ever forget that. For one, baby, because they gonna try it. They would tell you that you are this, you are that. But if you remember and stay true to who you are, you're gonna realize that that person is not good. For me, it was like I knew that this person was not good for my health. Like my health, like it just was nothing good about it. Take calculated steps to get out of the situation, especially if it's harming you in any kind of way. If it's dimming your light or making you depressed, because we all went through that, lost weight, felt unattractive, didn't want to push towards our goals. Like, you know that that's not you at the end of the day. That person may not know that that's you, but you know you better than anybody else. Calculated steps or like making a plan. We talked about making a plan a couple episodes ago. You have to do it in a way that's not going to cause you any further harm, because we know these narcissistic people, you know, they know where you go. They will stalk you. I mean, just stuff that make you want to feel like you have no options, but you always have options. If you got to go flee the state or whatever you got to do, like, get it done. Just know that you can't just sometimes you can't stay. Sometimes you just can't stay, because you'll be gone if you stay. But you have to have that courage too, and the be brave enough to know that you deserve more and that you are worth more. And you don't got to put up with it, like, for real. So get on out of there, because it's nothing good that's gonna come of it. No matter which angle you look at it, it's never gonna come out to what it should be. You're gonna end up regretting it, and just, really letting yourself down at the end of the day. That's my advice.
Who else want to take on this? on this.
You said the advice. You said a whole mouthful. Like you gave it all right there, sis, in a nutshell. Okay.
Anybody want to add something to that?
I can. Basically knowing your worth, having your mindset at a certain stage. If you got a growth mindset, how can I stay with someone that doesn't even have a goal for their own self? So I make sure that I put myself in position, because I just had to tell somebody this other day, I'm the prize. I'm chasing something bigger and a nigga ain't one. And that's just the truth, because I know who I am. I know what I bring to the table. And I'm not going to stoop down to your level to say, oh, well, maybe I'm going to settle. God didn't tell me you was for me. I'm not about to settle for you because you think that you the prize, baby. I'm the prize. So to find me is a good thing. So that's all I say. Keep it positive. Know your worth and get out of your own head and push forward.
Absolutely. Definitely listen to those red flags. When you see them, point them out. Definitely take action. You know, whenever you notice that negativity in your relationship, talk about it. You know, because if you truly want to be with that person, and you know, y'all have to talk about it. You have to put it out, just put it out there. I'm actually I don't really want to put my daughter business out like that, but I'm not, you know, but I actually was giving her advice with her relationship, and I know at the end of the day she's gonna end up making her own mind up, because I see things that could truly be traumatizing to her relationship, and she's gonna eventually be extremely miserable. So but she's gonna make her mind up at the end of the day anyway, you know. So do anybody else want to add anything else to that last question? Or we're gonna go ahead and end it. April said dumbing down to make them feel good is a big no. We can't do that. Can't dumb down. All right. All right, ladies. Thank y'all for having me as a host tonight on Sleeping with the Enemy. I didn't put it all out there, but I did put some of it out there, because I have been sleeping with the enemy for 10 years, and I always thought that it was going to get better each day, each year, and it just got worse and worse and worse. So don't let it get that long. Don't let 10 years get to a point till you realize that you're in a terrible situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should know almost immediately. But now I'm happy. I'm happy now.
And we
But
have
on the flip side of that too, like, it don't take long for you to realize that somebody is not for you. It don't take long for a man to know that you are somebody that he's gonna value and respect and want next to them every day. It don't take long. Like, it took me hella long in that, because you said 10 years, baby. I slept with the enemy for 14 years. And if he would have never went to jail, I don't know how long it would have been. So it wasn't, you know, it's like you are in control of it. Like, we are the ones that allow it to go on for as long as it goes on. Like, I can't blame this person for everything. You know, a lot of it was me. I came broken. You know, it was things I could have did. I was searching for a father figure somehow, because I didn't have that, and that manifested into picking the wrong partner. And it took me a long time to learn whatever those lessons was. So you can't change that though. You can't change if you know, didn't have a father figure. You can't change, you know, certain things. But what you can do is recognize those red flags real fast. Know exactly what you want, what you don't want. And don't entertain anything else for any other reasons other than your ultimate happiness. That's the only thing that matters at the end of the day.
You said it all, sis. You said it all.
Yeah.
Yep.
Taylor, you want to add something? You look like you want to say something.
I said everything.
We don't want to keep forgetting you.
Don't be out there sleeping with the enemy, y'all. So that is another episode of Sis Be Real, Sleeping with the Enemy. Thank you guys. Thank you, Lauren, for joining us tonight. Look at all. Now,
Look
see,
at
that's
that.
love right there, right there. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, my brother come in the house. That's what I'm talking about.
He always come at the right time. He
Yeah,
came
at the right time. Kids showing up and everything. Ooh, I love it. Thank you, Lauren, for joining us tonight on the call. Yes, we would love to
Thank
have you
everyone for
another time.
joining,
Thank
for
you.
listening.
Yes, for listening in. Next week.
And yeah, we'll see y'all next week, like, right? So what we got next week? Let me get y'all here to what's next week.
What's next week? It's you.
Next
You gonna be
week.
the host, huh?
I think I am the host.
You are the
Hold
host.
on. I'm the
It's
host.
gonna be
okay. You got it up. What's next week? Because
I ain't got it up. You had it. Yeah.
Hold on. I do. Where did I do?
I forgot what it
make
was.
it?
What we said.
I'm gonna find it
Was
real
Team
quick.
Sex?
Then you got it a sticky note? You got it a sticky?
No, I didn't put it on the sticky note, man.
God dog it.
Next week it is
I forgot what it was, but
the 26th. We have.
I know it's you though that's hosting.
Hold on, yeah. Give me 2 seconds.
I know who it is.
You do?
Who is it? It got to be her.
No, Sharita is hosting next week. I know that for sure.
Oh no, we got
I think
I'm
it is
about to-
Kayla.
Kayla.
It's not Kayla.
It is
I know
Kayla.
I don't
But
host to the 16th.
It
so
is
I know
Kayla.
platonic relationships. Kayla. It is Kayla.
It's platonic relationships next week.
That's what it say.
Is that what we said?
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what we said.
I don't remember that. I thought
Yeah.
it was something else.
And then the
thought
following
it
week we
was.
have
Then the second.
The following week we have Black Business Expectations. I'll be the
That's
host
it.
of
That's
that
you.
one.
Sharita.
That's you. Yeah. Okay. I knew.
And then after that,
Then
you
the-
guys, we have like all love related
The
for the
love
month of
one.
February. We have Finding Your Forever Person. The second week of February,
That's
where
gonna be exciting.
you're gonna have some special guests, so you have to stay tuned. I'm not
Special.
telling y'all who it is,
Special,
but you
special
don't
guest.
want to miss it. It'll be
gonna have
very
Very
entertaining.
special.
It's gonna have more than one person on it.
Yeah, so
Very
be tuned
special.
tune in, and we will see you guys next week. I'm gonna end the live stream, ladies. And let me stop this recording.